Hi ladies, I've been a part of this group now for a couple of weeks and I'm noticing that a lot of people ask for things that are very easy to do in some basic editors. So I thought I would be helpful and show you one of my favorites, which is PicMonkey. It's a free program to use on your computer. There are paid options which will give you different features, but the free version I've been using it for a couple years now and it's awesome. So it's really simple to use and I'm just going to show you how to do a basic collage.
Alright ladies, this is PicMonkey. As you can see up here, the address picmonkey.com. And also ignore any noises you hear in the background. My 3-year-old's running around. But I'm going to show you how to do a basic collage. There's a couple different ways you can use this software. You can edit photos straight up. You can just kind of tweak them, do some touch-ups. If you want something, you want to make your own graphics and you want to start with a blank design, click the design button. And then the one that I use most often is Collage. Now this is a free program, but you do have to sign up for an account in order to save your graphics. So I'm already signed into mine, and I'm just going to go up here and I'm going to click Collage right at the top, and it'll take a second to load. Alright, now they preload this with some little sample images here, but I'm going to show you how to add your own. So I'm going to go up here to this button that says Add Images and give it a click. And then one of the paid features is this hub. So when you see My Hub, if you've paid for their full version, they'll allow you to save your images to their servers. I don't use that because I don't want to pay for it. So I always get the images from my computer, which means if you have product photos or things like that that you want to collage, you need to save those to your computer first. So I'm going to do a collage with the collections. So first I'm going to click collections because that's where I have it saved. Basically you go to whatever folder you save your images to. So find wherever they're at. If you have more than one photo, if they're all in the same folder, you can upload them at the same time. So I'm going to select those 5. And then since we have 6 collections for unique, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to go back into the folders and I'm going to get the last one that I need. Okay, so now I have all 6 of my photos over here. You'll notice that when I mouse over these, a little box clicks up. So if you decide you clicked the wrong one, you can click on them here. I'll do it with one of the sample images. Click the X and it'll go away. It will allow you to open, I think it's 40 photos, but honestly, if you have that many open, your needs are greater than this program probably. All right, so it's really simple to use. You just basically, you click on your image, drag it over to wherever the collage is, and drop it in. Now, if it needs to be resized, like right now, this one doesn't fit the collage, you can resize these boxes by clicking and dragging. You can also click this little edit button here and choose Fit to Cell, which will resize it for you. Or you can fill cell like it was before. You can change the zoom on it and get it however you like. You can also change the whole layout of this square. It automatically defaults to a square that's 2000 by 2000 pixels. If you want to resize that, you can. Let's make it 3000. I think the max is 3400 in the collage. Now this little lock button keeps the aspect ratio the same, so it will keep it a square. If you don't want a square, unclick it. See how it's now unlocked? And now you can change the dimensions separately. So now I have a rectangle. All right, so I am going to come up here. I'll show you also, you can also change the layouts. So it automatically defaulted to that 3 little squares. You can go with ducks in a row to change them. There's different cards. You can do another square. I mean, there's several different layouts. And pretty much, you know the free ones because there's no other icons on them. If you come down here and look, like this Pinteresty one has this little crown. The little crown means it's a paid feature. So on my free account, I could not use this layout. See, when I click it, this is what it tells me. So there is a 7-day trial if you want to check them out and decide if it's worth it for you to pay for it. I don't use them. All right, so let's go back and we'll make our collage here. I'm gonna pick this one right here. All right, and now since I've clicked off it, if you go to this top tab up here, that's where your images are. Okay, you'll also notice since this photo is already in the grid, it puts this little checkbox right here. So it knows that I've already used this photo. So if you're just clicking through and you're like, ooh man, which one did I miss? Look for the check marks. But you just drag and drop however you want. You can also hit this autofill button and it'll just bring everything over. Now let's say I wanted to swap these two, click and swap. It's that easy. It's drag and drop. Now when you get it however you like, you have the option, you can save it right now if you just want the images, or you can go add text and other things like filters to the top of it. If you're gonna do that, you want to click Send to Editor. Okay, now you have to be happy with your layout because once you send it to the editor, you have to start all over if you want to change something with the background pictures. So I'm gonna click Export to Editor. And then just like the other menu, anything that is paid has the little crown on it. So right now, if I wanted to use their text, this one would be free because there's no crown. This one would be a paid feature, okay? So if you want to add text, select your text. And you can use your own text too. So like right now you see this is selected ours. Yours means any fonts that are saved on my computer. Now this is one that I use pretty frequently for my own personal branding. So I'll click the Add Text button, come in here, Add Text. All right, let's say I can resize this box here. All right, I can then make it as big as I want, small as I want, and again, it's just click and drag. If I want to change the color, highlight the text, and then I know white is this hex code, so you can get specific codes like that, or you can use their little color tool and drag things around, and then I can just come back to it and click on it and move it around however I want. So let's say I'm all happy with that. So that's the text feature, but there's also other things like you can try changing the color. I mean, pretty much just go in here and play with these because you can do a ton of stuff. I mean, it's got all sorts of filters. You can do, nope, don't want to do that. Okay, you can do overlays. So I'm going to do one with like hearts here, you know. So it's just a matter of what you want to do with it. There's a ton of features, and the best way to learn them is just to come and play with them. I mean, there's just way too many to go over. You can add frames. I mean, it's a very cool program, and there are a lot of features for a free software. All right, now going back to how to save it, don't click the save button unless you are paying for their hub service because it will not save your image there. If you want to save it to your computer in order to be able to use it, click export. So what it's going to do, it's got all my little things that I've added to it. I've finished editing to it. Give it a name. Collage for collections. All right. Now you can change the quality. If you want something that looks great, but it's got a huge file size, click Roger. Or sorry, I mean the high, okay, basically it's low, medium, high quality. You get the point. But you change the quality however you want. Now this was the dimensions that we ended up with before we all saved it. And then you can click Export to Computer, or if you want it to go to OneDrive or Dropbox, you would choose the little arrow first. I'm going to click Export to Computer, and then choose where you want to save it. Okay, I'm going to save it here, Collage for Collections, save, and then that's it. It will take you back into the editor, but if you're done and you want a new project, you can just click up here and start a new one. Okay, and go from there. So I hope that was helpful and that now you've got a little basic understanding of PicMonkey so you can start making your own graphics.